me see. Oh. Are we live? Wait. I should have tested this before, but I forgot. I should be live. Where did I put my phone? Am I not signed in on this? Oh my god. I'm not okay. Is that working? Are we live? I should be live. Are we? Okay, there we go. Is it? It is working. Okay, cool. And is the bitrate fine? Sorry, I realized I forgot to set up the Ethernet cable. So I was doing this on Wi-Fi. And then I was like, well, I can't have that. Then I realized I don't know how to set up Wi-Fi. Hold on, let me... my computer to Ethernet. And I don't have a... The stream is it not working? Oh, it is working? That felt like it was ironic. Can we boost the lighting? Yeah, I don't know how to do this. I am using a webcam. Maybe I can just up the exposure. Oh. Do we hate that? Is that better? Maybe that's better. It do be working? I should be... I have a little chair. It's not very big. Wait, this is, yeah. I do not live in a Greek restaurant lobby. It's true. How are you all doing? And it's working on YouTube? Okay, cool. This is the sub reward, because we got to 600, not even 400. And I said I would do a cooking stream. Is this a librarian stream? I don't know what that means. What does that entail? The menu today, I was gonna make a stir fry and then also just like a salad. I feel like that's not too crazy. I can do that. The stir fry is gonna have, actually it has the audio as well. I was like, I'm gonna get this done early so that I can stream at 5. I guess I did it. I guess it basically worked. Oh, does this not take up the whole thing? Oh, that's silly. Oh no, it does. It does do it, okay. It's very difficult to set up a stream. As it turns out, it's very hard to do. But we did it, chat. I'm proud of myself. I guess I should do a pre-roll ad. Oh no, and then it did, okay. Run a 3-minute ad. I'll just run one right now. So I'm sorry if you didn't want an ad. Nessun Doorman, thank you for the prime. It is working, okay, good. I'm connected, I'm being fed information through my AirPod, being fed all of the lines for the debate. Do you guys see all those memes where it's like Kamala Harris? I guess you probably don't see the memes because you don't subscribe to like r/conspiracy, but it's like Kamala Harris was wearing these like $1,000 earrings to the debate, and you could also use them to like be fed information. I love the idea that they weren't like, you can just do inner ear things, you know, like earpieces. But I love the idea that they were like, it's not only like a wealth flex, but it's also like a I guess, violating the debate, or they think like the debate moderators are in on it, maybe. I also, oop, I should put it on here too. Read chat on my phone, because I won't be able to see. Oh, did this like stop working? The chat widget sucks so much. Maybe I'll just hide this. The chat widget sucks so fucking much. Like the default one, it always breaks. I don't know how they do it. It's like the Streamlabs one. How do I turn this into a chat widget? Chat only. Also something I could have... Wait, hello? Oh my god. How is this not... Is it very gray? Is this true? I was also trying to edit it in terms of like... Is that better? No, that's way... It's more gray. Oh, that's too... It's too hot. Let me put this here. Oh. Is that better, chat? Temperature is a little too crazy. I am using a webcam mic here, which is, they're really not for this sort of range, I feel like. Way better. Okay, that's awesome. That's good to hear. It's not breaking up, I guess. I was not going, there's no artsy filter. There's no artsy filter going here. This is just me. This is my life. Welcome. You know how like, there's the joke about like, you know, when they go to Mexico and Breaking Bad, it gets all yellow? That is just my life. If you step into my apartment, there's an artsy filter. Kit. Is that too loud? Thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much. You're so lucky. Look, you get used to it after a while. Thanks so much, Kit. I'm just gonna hang out for a little bit while people... I can bring out... I guess I'll make the stir fry first. And then I'll make a salad. There's kind of... I was trying to get it so you could see everything. You can't really, like... This is the stove. It's pretty far back. So you're just gonna have to take my word for it that it's going well over there. I guess. Chat isn't on screen. Well, the thing just broke, didn't it? Let's try this again. I'm not going to be making cevapcici, no. Unfortunately not. That would have been funny to do. There isn't any Serbian delis around where I am. I should just ask my dad. I should have asked my dad to pick me up some when he went. We're a little tilted, yeah. It was hard to, I'm putting it on like my light a little bit back, but the light is not, it doesn't quite, it's not going particularly well. Well, I guess this just stopped working, the chat box. Clean. Is it gonna, okay, that's fine. We don't need a chat box. You can just read the chat by yourself, where it is normally. Did we invented eating with a fork? Few people know this. I'll just wait a little bit. Maybe I'll wait till 15 or 20 minutes. Maybe I should have just made a fucking screen. Like a starting soon screen. I was too lazy. Whenever I stream on my laptop, it's just, I'm just presented immediately with an audience, but not really. It's an incredibly, I understand, like I can't imagine a streamer. Are there any big streamers that just don't use starting soon screens? Because I feel like that it's disorienting. It's like starting a show before like the doors open. and you're just like on stage, like no one is in yet, and you're like, hello. Yeah, you guys can just, you can just cycle in, you know, it's fine. I'll just be riffing here, it's fine. Can you please not, there's no mushroom. I have great news for you. It's broccoli, red pepper, and then chicken breast and onion. Honestly, not quite a fan of mushrooms. That's not my thing. Did he retire, Jerma? Is that what happened with him? It sounds good. And then I have a bunch of sauces. I'm getting called by a toll-free service. No, thank you. Rose knock. Look, we're waiting. I'm waiting in the part of the cooking stream where I have to wait because I was too lazy to make a starting student screen. Of course, I'm eating that part of the chicken. What is that supposed to mean? You don't like chicken thighs? Did I say chicken breast? I meant chicken thighs. I was lying. The kitchen is a little odd, but it's definitely better than the one I had in my older cooking stream. Freudian slip? Yeah. Oh, I see. I understand why they would say that, given the circumstances. 5-page introduction. This is the 5-page introduction recipe, exactly. And then I have some soy sauce. Actually, I should probably use the soy sauce I already have. Yeah. I'll just use the rest of this. Some soy sauce. Sesame oil. Chili garlic sauce, which I wasn't able to find for like so long. And then I went into a grocery store and there was like a billion of them. So I bought 3. So we'll have, and then teriyaki sauce. And then I was like black bean garlic sauce. I feel like that would be a good addition to like a stir fry sauce. Right, like that's a solid ingredient. These 2 are not gluten-free, which my girlfriend has celiac disease and we live together. So I will only be, I'm gonna make sure, I gotta clean the kitchen after I'm done so I don't contaminate her. It's annoying too, with like teriyaki, that like, the gluten-free soy sauce tastes exactly the same. It's just like, I guess slightly easier to use wheat. And so with a lot of like, especially if you go to like just generic like grocery store, if you want to get a bunch of stuff that has some amount of soy sauce in it, like it's hard to find the gluten-free versions. I don't know what the difference is. I guess I'll take this stuff out for the, is it this one I want? Yeah. Oh yeah, and then I'm also going to do quinoa for the salad. So the salad is cucumber, red pepper, cherry tomato, and then quinoa. And then the dressing is like olive oil, some Dijon mustard, some garlic and thyme. Is it thyme? How do you say that? It's with the H. I guess you can make your own teriyaki sauce. It's pretty easy. Is it Lynchian? I don't understand what. Digma? Yeah. These thyme, salt, pepper, a little bit of lemon juice because I'm too lazy to actually get a lemon. I think that's it. It's like I've been using that a lot for my salad dressing, and it's goated. Okay. How do I get it chat only in this? Maybe that's like my channel. Create stream manager. Okay, this is no good. Used to be able to do, oh my god. On the phone, used to be able to do chat only. And they won't let me anymore. It's because of woke. They will not let you. Oh, what is going on? Oh my goodness. Stream manager. There's a chat only setting, but it's still like... No, that doesn't work. Okay, this is fine. This is enough. Inshallah, she knows. Okay. Okay, dude. Yeah, honestly, I didn't realize how much... That sounds like it was intentional, but it really wasn't. I didn't think about it before I streamed, before I went live. It still plays ads? Yeah, right. Okay. Can I give an update on my Sabre take? What was my Sabre take initially? Oh, the thing with Ethan or whatever being like it's anti-Semitic to say I would like Sabre hummus. It's crazy how washed. It's crazy how washed like most like hummus you get at the grocery store is. Like it's wild. And then you go to like just like Lebanese restaurant or something, or just at, like and it's like, can I have the relatively cheap hummus? And it's like so much better. You gotta make your own, yeah. They gave her 30-day, and then Asman got a 2-week for being like, it's cool to genocide Muslims. Like that was fine for Twitch. This is the thing I said before, was like, it's almost more insulting that they gave him a like a 2-week ban instead of like no ban, and being like, oh, we didn't see it. Cause like looking at that, like looking at him saying that and being like, that's about as bad as saying cracker. Like, it's like, okay, sure, yeah. No, that's totally... Did you guys see, like, you couldn't make a Twitch account in Israel for like a year? Did you guys see that story? I have no way of conceptualizing why that happened. They just, like, they BDS'd. Like Amazon did BDS to... no one noticed for a whole year. Because they didn't want people posting shit post October... Wait, what? Is like a war zone thing? It affected Palestine as well. So people didn't post war footage? Is Ukraine banned? I guess Russia's banned, isn't it? Maybe it's not. No, Russia isn't banned. Ukraine isn't, but Russia is. So Twitch is a Ukraine Palestine emoji. Russia isn't banned? That is odd. That is an odd... That's a strange combination, I feel like. Okay, I'm gonna start now. I guess. It's like 19 minutes. Also, for some fucking reason, like this chat isn't signed in, which is so annoying. I don't know. Streamlabs is so annoying. There we go. I'm signed in. Don't say my authenticator code out loud. I wish I almost did. Yeah, okay, I'll start cutting the onion, I guess. Where's the onion? I'll bring everything out. I guess I'll keep the chicken refrigerated because that's probably a thing you want to do just for as long as possible. You know, because all that stuff. So-called salmonella, whatever that is. Rewards enabled. Get rewards by purchasing or giving subscriptions to the Virgo's channel. I didn't know that. What type of rewards am I giving out? Are you zooming my... Can you see that? Are you zooming my... It looks fine. I was like, is this going to be embarrassing? I don't think so. Those aren't blocks of cheddar. That's one block of cheddar and then slices. For your information. That would be so hypocritical of me if all this time I was talking about how weird it is that cheddar is sold in 2.5 pounds, and then I just have like an insane amount of cheddar. Okay, this is a trick at home, chat. In case you didn't know, the onions make you cry because they really get to you personally. The emotional, they attack the emotional part, the amygdala in your brain, but they can't do it if you just get a moist, cloth or whatever. It fucks with the signal of it. That's scientifically true. Yeah, the way that onions make you cry is they gaslight you emotionally. Oh, that is a terrible cut. And then you can see my awful... Now I'm self-conscious. Also, my knives are really dull. My knives are really dull. I'm too lazy to... That's another thing. That's another thing that you're gonna have to deal with. Oh, my goodness. I'm just I'm gonna wash my hands again because I've been touching stuff. I did wash my hands and then I was oh, I'm gonna get my Ethernet. Oh, my Ethernet or whatever. Here, let me get a washcloth. I forgot to set up my Ethernet or whatever, so I was touching stuff. GoFundMe, live it. You should give me money. Look, there is a service to give me money, and it's the one you're on. If you want me to get better knives, then I'm probably peeling off too many layers here. Yeah, I am. This is... And this goes in the garbage. Oh. Oh. She cut the root off? Is that the bit? I feel like you're supposed to cut that bit off. How to use a regular chef's knife? Yeah, I guess so. That's fine. And then just cut it into little slices. Nope. Oopsie. It's sort of dull. It's fine. Where's the block? You can't I can't watch this? What's the problem? What's the problem? I cut towards my hand a little bit, but not just for that little second, and then I stopped doing it. I think it's fine. I think you guys are gaslighting me. I think you guys are gaslighting me. I think I'm doing great. I refuse to be gaslit by chat. Oh. You know, just cut the onions. It's easy. This one is cut in a very awkward way, actually. Oopsie. I'll just cut this a bit more. And my eyes are starting to sting. It's trying to gaslight me, the onion. This isn't, I'm not cutting towards my hand here. I'm cutting towards the cutting board. Look, I've been cutting stuff for plenty of time in my life, and I've been completely fine for my whole life. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. I think my technique's great. Look, I'm not a professional cook, okay? I'm a professional streamer. I'm gonna start, if you guys keep making fun of my technique, I'm gonna start crying. I hope you know that. It's really getting to me in my eyes. Oh, that was poorly done. That's fine. I'm going to... I don't know, do I have enough time to caramelize them? Onion juice is good for your hair. You know this. People ask me my hair routine and how I get my hair looking so good. It is actually onion juice. It is a truth nuke. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. I should also start the rice, because sometimes I forget that, and then I finish everything else. And it's like, I guess I gotta put on rice now. And just sit here for 20 minutes like a fucking idiot. Do you know what I mean? Of course I have a rice cooker. Alrighty. Cut up beautifully with lots of skill. I'm not crying at all because you guys are making fun of my cooking abilities. I'm fine. It's funny to me. I'm actually laughing about it. Oh, and then this is out. Get a bit of olive oil. You can't see it, unfortunately. Okay. And then girl boy, thank you. What are you guys saying? Fingers are totally fine. I mean, there's many more things I have to cook, obviously. Here we go, easy clap. I'll start cooking the other stuff. Oh no, I'll do rice first. Got a rice cooker. I do wash my rice now. This was a contentious live agar cooking technique. When I do a stir fry like 4 years ago, I did not wash my rice, and then you guys were like, "That's insane." I think people called me what Twitch would consider a slur against white people for that. But I do some jasmine rice. I like it. It's good. And then we really do need. Where is it? This is my girlfriend's fault. It's not my fault because we. I inherited her measuring and cooking supplies. We don't have a full cup. You actually don't have to wash your rice. It is fine, but I do like the texture better. Okay. I'll do 1.5 cups. I think that's probably fine. Does it make it easier to clean the rice cooker after? Is that true? I don't know how. Is that insanely loud? Is that annoying or is it fine? I don't think the SM7B is made to pick up like. Is it fine? Okay, awesome. All of my electronics on this table are like, I've elevated them up on books that I don't care particularly all that much about. Like, just in case I spill something, it's not over. Okay. Just rinsing it. There's still. My understanding of, did we watch that video about washing your rice? How like, one of the main reasons there's a divide there is because like, a lot of the rice sold in like America. Oh, I was like, what is that noise? It's like, oh, it's the. Like you don't need to wash. Whereas in like Southeast Asia, that's more of an assumption of like, wash your rice after you get it. Like it's more of an essential thing. Okay. I think that's good. And then it's 1.5 cups. I always forget. Mother, thank you for the prime. It's 2.25. Alrighty. One, two, and like that much. Awesome. I'm gonna put this to the side. Oh, that's a conundrum. I guess I'll just not charge my phone. There's 2 plugs here I'm using. One of them is for my computer to charge. Which, you know, is important. The other is for my phone. That's fine. I wasn't using my phone anyways. There we go. I got that out of the way. What do we do next? Let's look at some bowls out. Put stuff in. I don't know why I put this here. Too much clutter. Has anyone zoomed my... Try to fuck through your computer? That's a good point. I don't want to give... It's too much. She's already doing a lot. It's an iMac, you know. She's already doing quite a bit. So I don't know. Okay. Pepper. How much pepper should I use? I guess 2 peppers. Yeah, I feel like that's a fine amount. Oh, it's got a little gross spot I didn't notice. Oh well. Basmati is good to wash off. I don't know. That's fine. I'll wash my hands again. And I'll also wash this. Not that that's gonna do much. Okay. Does Liv have a boyfriend? That's a good question. +1 to washing basmati? That you don't have to, or that you should? Okay, I'm gonna cut off the ends because I'm silly. Oh, that's still a gross bit. Yuck. Yuck. Please use a bigger knife. I feel like the bigger ones are even worse. Maybe they're not. Maybe I'm being silly. Cooking streams, you bring out the humor. It's fascinating as a phenomenon. Is that better? Are you happy, chat? Is this a better size knife? I feel like this might be an autistic thing. When I do stir fry, I like all the bits to be like extra small. I don't know why that is. It's a little gross bit. Is that too loud? I guess it's fine. I'll cut this bit off. I used to not, but then my girlfriend was like, I don't like that bit. So now I don't either. What is going on? Stop stabbing the pepper. It's dull. I need to stab it. It doesn't go through otherwise. I told you, they're fucking dull. I've been too lazy. I don't think we have one. I don't think we have a... Maybe we do. I should do that after the stream. I should sharpen my knives. Knife discipline? Is it that I don't have it? You have more control the shopper it is. That's true. Knife sharpening stream at 800 subs maybe? What do we think, chat? I'm fast. I'm speedy. Right. I'll just put this. I have an electric can opener? I don't think I have an electric can opener. I'm gonna hold your knife further up towards where the handle and the blade meet. Like here? Like this? Like this? Actually, that's gross. I should... You're making my palpitate? It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, chat. Like here? Like a pencil. It's really fine. It's fine. You don't need to grip the base of the blade with your thumb. Firmly grasp it. It's okay. I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's fine. Do you guys see that? You guys see that TikTok the song that lady made about her breakup? I need to stop touching. I need to stop touching my hair. It's like a weird, like a stim I do. It's fine, I'll just wash it tomorrow. It's not like I washed it today. That was really cool. I'm just not gonna look at chat. I'm doing fine. Okay? You need to stop hating on how it's not horrifying, fuck you. But this is the part of the cutting that's gonna make me cry. Not the onions, it's the peppers. Few know this. You know this, but peppers actually have that effect on you. They gaslight you into believing that you're not cutting them properly, and it makes you really sad. Oh, that's the wrong pile. It's a psychic damage thing. I said this before. Should I move them around when they caramelize? Is that silly? Yeah, that TikTok of the lady who she had to give up her improv troupe in California because her boyfriend was like, let's move to Texas. And then this is what the song says. Which, by the way, very bad rhyme scheme in the song. You know, like if that was a song, I would not listen to it. It's a very specific set of events she has to articulate, and it's hard to do that in like iambic pentameter or whatever. Maybe sing it? No, I'm okay. You guys want to hear my baritone singing voice? It's good to stir it? Okay, cool. But yes, the boyfriend goes on a family vacation, and then when he gets back, he just hands her a note that says, we have nothing in common, like I want to break up. Obviously you see it and it's like, I feel bad for that lady. That's unfortunate. I would hate for that to happen to me. Then you look at her account and she's like still posting about it. Like again and again and again. Like she's made like a couple TikToks explaining the situation. And it seems like it it really is an example of someone who's really just publicly going through it. And at some point, you just gotta take the L. Where she's like, I think we need to talk about this more. Like, I don't understand why he won't just like explain to me, like, oh, we have nothing in common. What are you talking about? Like, it is crazy to see someone so publicly go through the denial stage of grief, like online. Because it's never a good look when someone breaks up for you to be like, no, I disagree. Like, that'll never work for you. Like, you gotta roll with, you need to be stoic about this sort of thing. You gotta roll with the punches. What am I cooking next? Broccoli. I got some brock. Because honestly, my reading on the situation with that, I think in the song, it said, like, she said, like, my boyfriend convinces me to move to Texas. I think it was probably more, like, he's obviously, like, anxious avoidant. Oh. And he was like, I want to get out of this relationship, but I don't want to confront her. Like, babe, I'm going to move to Texas. Like, we live in California, I'm going to Texas. She's like, oh, let's move. And he's like, okay, I guess you can come with me. And I think an important component of a lot of anxious. Oh yeah, I don't use the stem. Sorry, is that weird? Goodbye, stem. Do we like the stem? I don't know. How do you do this? There's a certain way you do this where it doesn't. But for stir fry, no way? Yeah, that's what I was saying. But like, a lot of anxious avoidant people will like not say that something is wrong. So it's like, yeah, are you like this major thing we're gonna do? Are you good to do it? And they're like, yes. And they keep like stringing you along until finally it gets bad enough that they're like, I don't like you. And I assume that that's what happened in that situation. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess she's helping me move. Shit. And then I would assume like he goes on a vacation with her parents. People were baking it that like his family is like controlling. I feel like that's probably not true. I assume he just like spent a week without her and probably liked who he was more. Like not with her, and was like, no, I don't. I'm gonna hand you this note. That not even I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna hand you this note. I can't face you. That is very like anxious avoidant. And sometimes in those situations, you just gotta take the L. You just gotta roll with it. Like, okay, give me money to move back because this is your fault. But like, goodbye. It's not working. It is weird. The family vacay without the like long-term girlfriend is a little odd as well. But he's probably like, I don't want to be around her. For a note rather than, well, yeah, I mean, of course, but he couldn't ghost her. He was unable to because they lived together. So he went with the note. I'm also doing this, I think probably differently than I used to. I used to do it where I like prepped and did it on the go. But this is so much easier. way less to have to pay attention to. You guys saw me with that password game. It was a nightmare. It was terrible. The moon is obviously a woman. I feel like that's a lady. It has to be. I don't think the sun has a gender, but I think the moon does. But yeah, sometimes it's okay to not post about your relationships online, especially when they're like failed. Sometimes you gotta just take the L. You gotta keep going. You cannot do not post through it. That is something I will never understand, when people invite that sort of attention for themselves. I guess it's an accusatory context. Although it was still odd with her, because she was like in the bargaining, like denial stage of grief, where she was like, surely you don't believe that you don't want to be with me. Like, let's talk this through, and then, okay, maybe if you have a good reason later on, you can break up with me. It's like, it's not up to you, dog. You gotta let it go. It's tough. It's a tough thing to post about. I'm cooking a stir fry and then a salad. I guess, how is she gonna get the money? Maybe. Again, that's a situation, especially if you share a house, where it's like, I'm not moving out unless you pay for my expenses to move back. This is my house too. Like, this costed a bunch of money. I uprooted my life. Paid for my move back. We did it like a month ago. That's a reasonable ask. Okay. I'm gonna put this in the garbage. You cannot smell it, chat, but the onions smell great. I'm liking the onion smell. Okay. Now I am going to do the chicken. It's salmonella time, chat. Okay. I think I'm just gonna do 4 chicken thighs. Then I'm gonna put the rest in a bag. Don't forget to wash your chicken. That's #1 rule of living our cooking stream. Make sure to wash your chicken. So true. Is there 8 in here? Okay. There's a lot in here. I couldn't get a 4-pack. They weren't selling any. It was bullshit. Okay. Trying not to get any of this on the outside. 2, 3. Oh, there's more than that. 4, 5. Okay. My right hand was fine, so I'm gonna do this. rice is already ready. That's good. Okay. I'll just make chicken tomorrow too. I'll put it in here. I should get. I'm gonna bring out the other soap I have in here. The problem with using dish soap is that I have to grab the dish soap. So if both of my hands have salmonella on it, it's no good. Orange dish soap is the goated flavor, absolutely. And then I'll just touch nothing. I'll roll my hands up. Or my sleeves up. Okay. And then I'll do it. Just don't lick the bottle of the soap after. Okay. Noted, chat. Oh. I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine to get this on here. Okay, see, I told you, like, it's really... It's a very dull knife. The knife is quite dull. It's fine for me to get another ingredient in the recipe on this. I don't have to clean the broccoli off, I guess. That poor chicken. Did I tell you guys I used to, like, handling raw chicken used to make me, like, hungry? Like, it would make me, like, salivate. We talked about that, right? That was like a, it was a zinc deficiency, apparently. Yeah, it was, I was so perplexed that everyone else in the world found handling raw chicken to be gross. Because I was like, it looks delicious. What are you guys talking about? Yeah, raw chicken, yummy. Yummers, as I would say. As I famously say all the time. This is gonna be a VOD? Sure, why not? Also, if you like the stream, make sure to give me money. This is like borderline girlfriend experience. You should pay me for it. I guess you technically already did because it's a sub goal thing, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not sex work, it's like romantic work. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's real. Maybe I'll search for the knife sharpener after this, because this is crazy. Thank you, Drop Dead. They're real bad. It's real bad. Blame my girlfriend. They're her knives. They're not mine. I feel like they were always not sharp. Like, how long have we been using these? I feel like it's been 2 years of not sharp knife. Like, I functionally moved into her house, like, a bit less than 2 years ago. It was her utensils. I should get a big ass cleaver. That would be fun. I'm also like famously a person that can be trusted with that sort of cooking equipment. Given my skill. What else has been happening recently? Oh yeah, BC election is still going on. It's great. The Conservatives might win. It's still possible. Maybe it's maybe a 1 in 4 chance the mail-ins flip it for them. I was trying to look at all the data. Do I cook often? I cook a decent amount. As you can obviously immediately tell based on my culinary skills. Actually, the reason you can tell that I cook is how comfortable I am with this insanely dull knife. That I must use it a good amount of time. Like I found when cutting peppers that if I stabbed them first, I could get through it. Because of how dull the knife is. Oh, I should, okay. Almost done. We're not almost done cutting, because I still have salad to make. Don't worry, chat. In case you were anxious that I would stop cutting things on camera, don't worry. Alrighty. See, I like cutting them up super thin. Okay, how should I do this? I am going to... This hand is still essentially fine. I'm gonna... I did not touch it with my left hand. That's fine. Think of the beautiful life. Yeah, it feels bad. Do you ever think about how... Oh, okay. That's probably good then. You ever think about how dinosaurs used to rule the world? And now we're eating them? Isn't that crazy? Is that a crazy fall off? Am I the only one who thinks about that all the time? Like, we were just little dudes. And then these guys' ancestors were like largest land predator to ever exist, right? That's the T-Rex. I guess there's controversy about whether it's Albertosaurus. Is it Albertosaurus? No. It's the other one with a G. Chad, help me out. What was the other one there's a back and forth about? It's T-Rex or that one? No, a Spinosaurus technically. Is it Argentinosaurus? I got the wrong location. Giganotosaurus, that's the one. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna... I will not be... I'll watch this after. I'll just put this here. And then... Alrighty. We have the rest of it. I basically caramelized my onions. They look caramelized to me. And then we're gonna start. I'll wipe this down too. That's a good idea. Just make sure there's no. What is everyone saying? I don't have a wok, it's true. Put a bit more olive oil. No massive burner. Live, walk, sub goal, yeah. I'll add some dust. I like steam it for a little bit because I put broccoli in. This little fits? No, it does not fit. It's this one. Cooking Survivors List, the new cutting board. Look. I'll not use that other one because I obviously need a chicken on it. It's probably a good idea to just have a designated chicken cutting board that I use. I should probably just do that. One meat, one veggie. Well, I feel like, does that matter? I feel like the salmonella is the problem. Alligator on a stick is crazy. That one is like, it makes sense that they used to dominate the world. Oh, I forgot that I'm using a Mac. Like, does this work? I'm using a Mac. I forgot to turn these off. They're so stupid. I want the balloons. Give me balloons. Come on. You bitch. No, it won't give me the balloons. I want the balloons. It's this one. That's annoying. That's just... And they don't even work? I think that's good. For steaming. I think that's steamed enough. That is successfully steamed. Okay. Gonna make the sauce now. I'll just make it with this. Start with some soy sauce. Yeah, veggie board I don't understand. I think that's enough. That's like a good amount. And then some teriyaki sauce, which I guess does have soy sauce, so it's kind of silly. That's fine. Some sesame oil. Some chili garlic sauce. I will not use my mouth to open this on camera. That's embarrassing. This stuff is goated. I love it so much. This over here. Actually, I'll put this over here too. Okay. What else? And then some black bean garlic sauce too. Is that it? I think so. My goodness. That was very difficult. Oh no. Am I strong enough to do this? Oh no. No, we got it. We're cooking. We're back. Yeah, that's good. Then put in the chicken. And I'll make sure to remember that that's chicken. Or chicken, so I wash my hands again. I feel like the move, you can't really see all that much when I turn around. I guess that's not what I meant. You can't see what I'm doing when I turn around. So you don't really know what's going on. It's kind of boring. But this is like the best. I didn't know where else to put it. I guess I can move the camera over here, but it would be kind of a pain in the ass. I feel like the best way of doing stir fry is you add in the sauce like close to the end and then like crank it up. Just move the stove, you're right. I'm so fucking stupid. use more soy sauce. Maybe I'll put more. Like teriyaki. I'm silly that I'm doing it now. It's not as much of a stir fry. I feel like it's just sort of like cooking in the sauce, like evenly. So I don't, but it's good. I like it. It works. Esther diet is using the chicken and it'll throw off the flavor balance. Well, it's a lady chicken, so it's fine. It's already. They don't tell you that. You're not supposed to eat girl animals. That's what's making men so low T in the West. Is they're not eating the boy animals. More like a stir saute, yeah, a little bit, but it's fine. I'll put these back and wash my hands, or rinse them, I guess. And we can start. I'm gonna start cutting the what's it called? The salad. Here's my salad bowl. I think so. What am I getting? Okay. More pepper. I guess I'll use this guy. You guys like the big knife, don't you? It's girl dinner because I'm eating a girl animal. Okay, I'll put this slower. That looks delicious. It's not quite cooked yet. Honestly, cooking streams for me now are kind of difficult because you gotta get like the window between Vyvanse wearing off and like me being on Vyvanse and not being on Vyvanse, because I need to be hungry enough to eat it. But then if you didn't know, Vyvanse suppresses appetite. So if you like how I cooked, if you liked how I was chopping things on Vyvanse, you should really see. See, look, it's too. You gotta stab it first. I mean, this one, I think this one's really dull, actually. You gotta stab. All right, this one actually. This is insanely dull. I don't think we ever use this one. My goodness. I'm gonna use the tiny one. I'm sorry, chat. This one is sharp, actually. So we're back. All right, I see why you would be worried about me cutting like that. I will concede that's not a good look. That is not a good look. I'll concede that. It's visibly not sharp, you said? Okay. Look, there are levels to this not sharp. This one is less not sharp. Is this how you hold the knife? Okay. It's like a... I guess it's not like a pencil. You choke up on it so your thumb and finger are on the base of the blade. Like this? So your thumb, like this. On the flat side? Like here? Like thumb and finger on it, or just the thumb? You pinch, like here? Oh, like this. Like this, chat? I don't like this at all. I don't like that at all, actually. I think you guys are doing it wrong. Like this? No way. No shot. Maybe oh. My fridge is open. Maybe it's because it's so, it's so dull that I like don't have enough force to push it down. I think that's possibly what's happening. Because that just simply doesn't work for me. Oh, that's a gross spot. Maybe I'll sharpen these and then get back to you. Like I didn't even like that last bit. I didn't even cut that. That was like a crush. Like it's so sharp. It's so dull now that this knife, like on RuneScape, would use like the crush attack style. Okay, that's pretty much, I think that's good. I'll just keep this on low. It looks delicious. The hand literally has grooves for your fingers. These people are crazy. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is a normal way to hold a knife. Then I'm gonna use like half of a cucumber. Oh, is that like mold? Like that's mold, isn't it? We're gonna use none of a cucumber because it's over for me. That's definitely mold. God damn it. We're gonna use none of a cucumber. It was not a bruise, it was fuzzy. It was fuzzy, dog. It was white and fuzzy. We're gonna get some cherry tomatoes, grape tomatoes. It's fine. I used my executive judgment and I threw it in the trash. Salad served with stir fry? Yeah, there's probably a reason for that, but it's fine. Oh yeah, and I was gonna put quinoa too. Okay. That's an acceptable amount of ingredients. Oh, did I? Oh, I have to wash this. I'm so silly. I'm very silly. this morning. Or actually, no, I made a single hard-boiled egg. Because I had 2 eggs left, and I was like, okay, 2 hard-boiled eggs. It's like that's a good protein portion for your breakfast. And then I plopped them into the thing. Oh, is there a raid? Strong value girl, thank you for the raid. Or, yeah, thank you for the raid. I hope you had a good stream. We're cooking. But I plopped the eggs into the pan or whatever, and one of them had cracked. So it was like, I guess I'll eat a single egg today for breakfast. It's the worst. It's the worst. It's like the only time where an egg's structural integrity, like you have to rely on. And then it's just, okay, I have quinoa here. I got a big ass thing of quinoa, my goodness. Oh. Okay. My goodness. Do I have anything smaller than this? Like that I've opened this quinoa? No, I do. Okay. Open this ridiculous, massive. Okay. What are the portions on this again? Toasted seeds and a bit of olive oil. 1.5 cups of water, so 1 cup of quinoa. I don't want to do too much. Just like, I guess half a cup of quinoa isn't crazy. Is this a snake diet? How is it a snake diet? Actually, I don't know, like a third is fine. What's the ratio? I sneezed. Okay, and it would be 2/3. Put in just a bit of olive oil. Is that the point? Where'd my olive oil go? Bless you, thank you. Probably a good idea. The point of the fan is because it's bad for you, right? Like it's having a gas stove is kind of bad for you. Is my understanding correct? Curse me? My goodness. Why is it bad? I heard that. I heard that it's like not good for your lungs to breathe in. They're goated to have though. It sucks. The other burners, like the stovetop or whatever, just ass. Look, if it's bad for me and the environment, it's fine. It's quick. This is so much lamer of a thing without cucumber. I saw that I had a full ass cucumber in my fridge, and I was like, okay, I don't need to go to, like, I was going to the grocery store today. I was like, I don't need. Clearly, I don't need to get a cucumber for this. I already have one. But no, it's Jover. Children raised in households with gas have reduced IQs. That's crazy. Just use the cucumber. No, it had mold on it. I threw it out. What am I? What do you think I am? An animal? I'm eating around the molds. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, chat? I'm not the one who has bad cooking habits. Clearly, I'm not deflecting negative feelings about myself. Individual wrap ones are way more prone. Yeah, I guess you're right. And then I put like 2/3. How long do I cook this for? That's a lot of minutes. 15 minutes. I should do this the other way. I was using this. Okay. I'll make the sauce for what is now a very measly salad. It was already a weird combination to begin with. The salad stir fry. There's an extremely unscientific amount. Then add the mustard. Mustard is such a goated condiment. Honestly, I didn't realize till like this year. Because I did the classic thing where you try something as like a teenager and you're like, yuck. Yucky. None of that ever again. And it turns out it's real good. Like you wouldn't expect in a salad too. Like I would not associate those things. But no, it's goated. And then they're different. Honestly, I haven't gotten into the different types. I feel like I've stayed with Dijon so far. I guess I'll turn it. This is like simmering, but I'm worrying that I'm like overcooking it or something. Want some lemon juice. A bit of thyme. Some pepper. Some chopped garlic. I guess it's garlic powder at this point, obviously. A bit more. And more pepper. It's completely unscientific. Okay. I will. You guys want to hear something terrible? I lost my rice, like the white rice spoon. I don't have it anymore. So I'm just gonna do it with this. I have a big problem. This is actually so insanely embarrassing. I have a big problem with serving sizes. Oh, I didn't put salt on. That was silly. I have a big problem with serving sizes that I'll be like, my eyes are so famously too big for my stomach, and I can't help it. Like it continues to be an irrational thing where I try to offset it, and it just does not work at all. Ooh, I like the. I got some more of this rock salt because we're like running out, and it's so much better when it's full. I love very satisfying noise. Sometimes, like in our house, I'll just like my girlfriend will do my like serving size for me, because it's like you're gonna do too much, then you're gonna feel silly. So let's hope that doesn't happen. What does that mean? I like, if I serve myself, I do too much, especially round 2. I'm really bad with like, I finish something and I want more. So I'm like, I just want the exact same amount. Sure, let's do more of it. And then it's always too much, every time. Or I'll be like, I'll do a little bit then, and then it's too little. I'm never able to tell like the exact amount. Okay, I'm gonna. This is not big enough. Put a bit of the sauce in too. Alright, here. So basically stir fry, stir simmer, I guess. It smells delicious. I put a lot of chili garlic sauce in, so it's very hot, I think. Another thing when I'm cooking for my girlfriend, she's very sensitive to heat, so I gotta like make sure I don't do too much. This is not a 30-minute meal. This took an hour 40. Maybe let's say an hour 20, because I've been. Oh, and then feta as well. For that. I'll put this on. Alright, how am I doing this? Add the quinoa. Feta and quinoa is maybe a weird combo, actually. How do I get this open? You have the same knives? Are they also dull as shit? Or is that just my problem? It's goated? Okay. Oh my god, how do I... There you go. I gotta crush it up. I'm so silly. I did not get the. Where did I put my? Here. Actually, shit, how do I do this? Like I usually get it pre-crushed up. I just cut it? What is the process there? Yeah, it's really, when it gets like, when I let it like curl, it's a real fuck-ass bob. Especially from the back. It's a real fuck-ass bob. What am I doing? Maybe this is too much feta. No, it's not. Surely it's not. Surely there's a better process here for doing this. It's very strange looking. Salad. I mean, honestly, I'm sure it's good. No, I didn't crush the feta up enough. I'm very silly. Okay. Put this away. Alrighty. It's done. Put all this up. Should I just eat here? I'll wipe it down again. There's one thing I used to not care about, but my girlfriend has made me neurotic about. Is like a clean counter. Like very specifically, like completely entirely clean. Now for the mukbang, I guess I'll just do it here. I've already set it up. It's a very strange angle. Like POV, you're having dinner with me and you're insanely tall. You are Andre the Giant. POV, I'm having dinner with Shaq. It's good. I give it 2 thumbs up. Is it gonna do the thing? Yeah. Let's go. It's part of the GFP. That's so true. So, what's good with you? The slight Dutch angle. Yeah, the webcam really isn't made for distances like this, I feel like. Put a glider in BC. It's very funny because it is like an insanely close election. Not as close, actually probably closer. Moldova, which I think has like a similar population to British Columbia, just had a referendum on joining the EU. And it passed by like 20,000 or something. There were like 2 million votes. And also like a horrific amount of voter fraud. Like, because Russia didn't want them to join, right? $15K is wild. People you thought it was a referendum on Jill Stein? People didn't like that. I thought that was the funniest fucking tweet I've ever made. I guess people don't get the reference. I tweeted that, like, holy smokes, Moldova is about to do a is like, it's funnier than how I put it now. Moldova is doing a referendum on Jill Stein. It's incredibly close. Which is a reference to the fact that the Green Party, instead of applying to vote in, like, it was some swing district, it was like Nevada, they accidentally submitted an application to have, like, a plebiscite on Jill Stein. So it would just be like, Jill Stein, yes, no. So yeah, not only is Nevada having a vote on this, Moldova also. This is not comfortable. I should just get another chair, actually. You know what? I'll be right back. This is usually kept. If you've ever been on a date before, this is the time where the woman goes to the bathroom and then texts her friends about how bad a time she's having, how embarrassed she is that she, like, agreed to go on a date with you. Just, like, role play. Yeah, so how's it going? I'm back. Yeah, I was fine. I was not texting at all. I just, had to go to the ladies' room for a second. Can we get the bill? No. That's honestly not that much better. I just lugged my... Do you on stage right and off stage left? It's movie magic. I don't order like 60 oysters. This is funny. I have an embarrassing story about that. I was at like I think it was like literally it was like an oyster bar. Some like restaurant. Like beforehand, I had a cooked oyster and it was delicious. It's like cooked in butter, it was great. It was like, oh, I like oysters. We go to this place, and on like the raw seafood menu is like 8 oysters. It was like was it 8? It was like $20. I told my girlfriend, like, oysters, like we love, like I like oysters, you like oysters. She was like, I don't know, it's like a lot of oysters. And I was like, I'll eat more than half of them. It's fine. I really like oysters. So we order it, and it comes around, and it's like, oh, those are like they just killed those guys. It's not like they just plucked them out of the fucking ocean and then like cracked them open. It's like, here you go. It was not good. I do not like raw oysters. So it was an embarrassing, just ordered a bunch of oysters. And then of course, we're finished and we leave. And our girlfriend, of course, has to clarify it's my fault. And, fair enough. I get, like, that's on me. It is my fault. You get to do that. Not that it matters, of course. But it does matter, of course. Best raw meat is beef? You like raw beef? Salmon is goated. It's salmon all day. It's not even close. Oh, I guess, because, like, medium rare. I guess there's some raw meat in there. Yeah, so raw oysters, not my thing. Really not my thing at all. I don't think I've had raw scallop. Cooked scallop is delicious. Raw like tuna sashimi is good, but it's gotta be salmon. Like think of like I can't think of a raw meat where I like it in like multiple contexts. Or I regularly consume it in multiple contexts. Because like sashimi, goated, right? And salmon is the best type of sashimi. I'm a big sushi head. I'm very fond of sushi. And then lox, right? Or like smoked salmon, goated, right? Put it on cream cheese. Put it on like an everything bagel. Delicious. So, what other foods? What other like raw foods? Is there like multiple? Like you eat in multiple contexts. It's like basically raw, isn't it? Or is it lox is raw and then smoked salmon isn't? It's like pretty much there. It's functionally raw. Like you couldn't smoke chicken. Do you know what I mean? Like if we're at that level, then there's some raw stuff in there. Oh, you can, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't do that, right? Like surely there isn't smoked chicken. You wouldn't smoke a chicken. You can? It's totally fine. I don't believe you. Oh. How does that work? Like it doesn't get, like it gets rid of the salmonella? I thought the smoke, okay, my understanding of the smoking process was like instead of putting it near the fire, you just like put it like like 2 feet above it. Like it's like a very small amount. You're like micro dosing cooking something. Smoking is slowly cooking food directly over fire. Is that true? I feel like smoked salmon is not fully cooked. I'm not thinking beehives in Minecraft. I played Minecraft before bees. I don't know the relationship there. It can be. Smoked salmon is cold smoked. What does that entail? Like it's literally like that's like basically not cooked then. If it's still cold when you're smoking it, that's raw. That's raw then. That's raw. If you're smoking it a different way, like this is not fair. People are like, oh no, that's just you can smoke chicken, and then it turns out you smoke it in a different way, where it's like yeah, you put it way closer to the heat. It's like okay, it's clearly different. It's clearly different, is what I'm saying. You can hot smoke salmon, but that's not what lox are. So it is raw. If you're cold smoking it, you can't cook something when it's cold. That violates the laws of physics, presumably. There's like a chemical change that requires a certain temperature. That's how that works. I know physics. I guess that's more chemistry. You can cook stuff with acid? Oh, I guess you could. Is that cooking? Lox is cured? As long as it's safe to eat, it's technically cooked. Is that true? But you can. It's safe to eat raw food. It's safe to eat raw salmon. But cooked and raw are antonyms. I don't know how any of this works. I guess. No, I guess, but that's after cooking. What is the curing process? It's flash frozen. I think so, yeah, isn't it? But that's still, it's still raw. There's a lot of salmon out there that we're waiting on the technology to revive. It's they throw them, they chuck them into the Futurama like freezer. That's such a funny Hail Mary of like the Walt Disney, flash freeze yourself. 'Cause it's like you're not coming back. Like we're not figuring that out. I'm sorry. 100 years global industrial supply chain collapses and you thaw. Sorry to hear. Sorry to say. I mean, it's not. You're not going to participate in it. It's not going to be your problem. But like, Levi Strauss logging into the what is cooked, what is raw debate to suggest a secret third option. What makes you think? Another carbonite slab to throw into the dump. They're going to start doing that. I think they're going to start doing that more. That's my prediction for after the billionaires realize that like the infinite aging thing, like the living forever thing isn't like reasonable in their lifetime. They're going to all start doing that. Cryogenics is interesting because you can do it to smaller animals. Like you can cryogenically freeze a hamster, and it works, right? That's not misinfo, right? That's why they were so optimistic about it in like the 50s, because it was like, oh, okay, shit, that's cool, but it just doesn't scale up. It's just bigger animals just aren't able to do it. That's why they invented the microwave, yeah, is they wanted to reheat the cryogenic frozen thing like evenly. But it just seems like it's impossible, right? So yeah, if we want like a hamster to come back in 1,000 years, I don't understand that someone was saying like it's like you're dead and they're reviving you. Like it's the same with the hamster, like they're dead. Why does a microwave heat evenly? It heats more evenly than a fire, I think is the idea. They don't freeze the head fast enough before big ice crystals form in their brain. Well, that's unfortunate. That's another. I think it's both issues of like, it's hard to freeze it and it's hard to reheat it if you're like a bigger animal. Like the physics just don't work. It's just that we don't have the tech for it. You need to smoke the hamster first. Exactly. You need to cure the hamster. Is it technically raw still? Did you cover the Arabs ban? I looked at that slightly and it seems like it, like the facts, like the bar being set for Asmongold getting 15 days for saying it's cool to genocide. It's like, what could you possibly say that justifies double that? And then what did Frogan say? I guess I should not speak on this platform about it. Was it specifically for Sabra? Was it specifically the Sabra thing of saying that, like, the only thing that I saw there is, like, I'm kind of, like, I'm glad that I didn't get put on the list because I'm anxious that I would be put on Enjoy Sabra Hummus. Like, that streaming hiatus where I'm not conceptualized as a streamer at the moment that's happening makes me, I feel like I dodged, because like, if I saw this is an incredibly selfish take on the situation. If I saw myself on the, like, Sabra Hummus, I don't think I would be able to recover. I feel like there's a lot of cultural similarity between Balkan and Middle Eastern people that is harder for people to conceptualize because of the concept of whiteness. I guess the concept of whiteness has changed. Denim's was, though. That's what I saw. I was like, what if I'm at that level? What if I'm conceptualizing that I wouldn't be able to... Ouch! I kicked... What did I kick? I don't know what I just kicked with my toe. Everyone in the clip was hit, so it literally was the Sabra thing. Was it for saying that this is a ridiculous position I'm sitting in right now? What was the actual content? I thought it was the soldier thing, but that didn't play a factor. The ban was literally like, oh, we think that these people like Sabra Hummus and it sucks. Like, that was actually like that was the take, right? The joke was that it's a punchline. I love you, look very pretty today. Thank you to Request. They didn't say the reason. People tend to be saying Sabra, which means a Jew in Israel. Oh, okay, come on. It was because of Ethan, presumably. But yeah, I mean, Sabra's hummus just is not a good brand of hummus. Regardless of BS, like, it's not. Like, all of those, like, that level of, like, hummus you buy at the grocery store just suck. They're terrible. But honestly, I think Sabra's probably the worst. It's just not a good... Go to, like, any Middle Eastern restaurant. Or, like, Balkan or, like, Greek as well. Iranian. Get, like, a side of hummus. And then saves the hummus there. It's going to be much... Like, you'll be like, oh, okay. It's like, these are different things. Like, they're not selling... They're selling some other strange... Thank you, asexual northern lion. It's, like, bitter? Yeah. I don't like the texture of it, too. It's really uniform. Do you know what I mean? It's like a compact white paste or something. I'm not, yeah, it's not. I'm trying to beat the would enjoy Sabra hummus allegations. It's like they blended it too much. Yeah, I don't. Industry made needs to be preserved. Probably. I would presume so. trying to think of a good like brand of like over the counter hummus. It's because we did a hummus taste test for Creators for Policy Stream and the sub was awful. Yeah, I mean it's crazy. Do we think that that was like Twitch compensating for the fact that they banned Israel from being able to join? Because that one was odd. I said this before. It's a very like disproportionate thing. It was strange, right? You're not doing this in Ukraine. Like if the reason you're banning Israel because there's a war zone, you know, you're banning for people from going to join Twitch if they like their IP is Israeli. Then like surely you would ban Ukraine as well. They also ban Palestinians, yeah. Is the direction of Israeli bot farms? That's an interesting bake. They forgot to switch it off is really funny. I mean, Twitch is a stupid like it's a very incompetently ran company. Like I don't. But I also think that their PR is incredibly stupid as well. Like remember when they were like doubling down on the 50-50 split thing? Oh no, I don't have it on this computer. It's my usual intro. It's right in the middle of the starting student screen. It's like when we take 50% of your income, it's to show that we're in this together. It's like don't say that. That's not helping your situation. So I would broadly say that any shit show that Twitch gets in, think of what the stupidest reason it could be is. And then also don't believe their explanations for things. That's my general advice from my understanding. Twitch used to take 50%. They're on to 70-30 now. Although only if you have 300 regular subscribers, so please subscribe. Cause I'm at like 220 or something. We're coming back. Gecko's chilling over there. This is a cooking stream. We're in a different area of the house. State affiliated media. Thank you for the tier 1. Is it 350? Oh well. Oh well. When I was streaming before, my peak was like 5. So Twitch takes 30. No, it'd be funny if they increased it to 70 and you get 30%. My peak before was like 600 concurrent. And we're getting more viewers than when I was streaming regularly. I made a stir fry. It's got chicken, red pepper, onions, caramelized onions, and broccoli. And it's a spicy sauce. That's delicious. I do have well, my girlfriend's mom has a dog, but we take care of him a lot. And he's gay, I think. Just the way that he is. He's a gay dog, I think. He's a Italian greyhound. He's very cute. He's very anxious. It's also funny, like, because I cry a lot. I cry a good amount. And whenever I cry around him, he just gets confused. Like, he does not, like, my parents' dog, Charlie, he will, like, support you when you cry around him. Like, sometimes he'll, like, literally, like, lick your tears. Like he'll jump on you and, you know. But Clyde, Italian Greyhound, just gets anxious. He's like, I don't know, you're doing some weird thing I don't understand, and I want to leave. I don't want to be around you doing this. You know what? You know what? You know what I want right now, Chet? Actually, no. I'm gonna get a glass of wine. I would. I was gonna get a much funnier thing. Real Vagar heads know the lore on what embarrassing, funny drink I was craving right there. No, it was not alcoholic. It was something else. I might honestly do wine in my wine. I might honestly be in my wine mom era. It's weird. A couple months ago, I started getting this weird phenomena where when I drank alcohol, like it would be hard for me to swallow. Like the swallow process at the last second didn't work. I don't know why. I think it was like an acid reflux thing or something. But it doesn't happen with wine. Yeah, that'll do it. Because I have no other acid reflux symptoms. Has my jaw ever hurt? I don't think so. I have no other acid reflux symptoms, except sometimes it gets weirdly hard to swallow. Like, especially liquids. I'm asking you, I'm asking Chat to diagnose me. Tannin reaction? What the fuck is that? No. It doesn't happen with wine. It's only with like beer. It's especially with beer and especially with like more sour beer. So I assumed it was like acid reflux or something. Which feels like it's just like, I guess I'm getting old. I'm old now. I don't. I like beer. Beer's delicious. I'm developing an allergy to hops. That would be very silly. It does not happen with carbonated drinks. You know what it does happen with sometimes? Miso soup. So I assume it's an acidic thing. No, because I did have it with. I was drinking White Claws and it eventually happened as well, but at less of a speed. So I don't think it's a hops allergy. So I guess it does happen with carbonated drinks. It's just strange. I guess this is what I was thinking of before. I think it was because I was watching a Northern Lion clip. He had something about how there's been like there's been a MILF inflation. That like MILF now means like 43 instead of like what it historically should have meant, which is like 26. And I was like, don't say 26. I don't like hearing that. And it's like, I guess people do have children at my age. But I still think I'm too young for that. Do you know what I mean? You might be older than me. It's entirely possible. Google MILF inflation to learn more. I think that's the punchline at the end of the clip. You are my children. That's What you're saying is that this is an incredibly Oedipal situation with my chat. No, it's your fault. It's this has nothing to do with me. This is all you. I'm normal. I'm being very normal. It's something 1 o'clock. Exactly. It's always 1 o'clock. I could understand being like a wine mom. Thoughts on anything? that's what. That's such a funny. If I'm ever on a date, like a first date, and it's like dry, I want to hit him with that that line. You're like some people who just like refuse to ask you about, like you refuse to talk, like you have to lead the conversation. Thoughts on anything? Like, do you have any thoughts on anything that's happening? It's how young the younger person is, not how old the older person is. But you say that like there aren't people, like there aren't like 24-year-old guys calling me mommy, like or like 23. I mean, maybe you, I guess you would agree that that is inappropriate. I feel like the age thing is not why it's inappropriate. I guess that's a beside, that's an aside. But I guess you're right. I guess it's the relation, and the rule is obviously is if you have like weird edible stuff and you're like 17, you're probably cooked. Like if you are the legal guardian, if you have a legal guardian still, and you're going online to call women, it's not looking good for you, right? Like that's fair. Like it's weirder. It's much weirder if it's younger, right? I don't even mean from the angle of like, oh, minors DNI, like that, like that as well. I mean, obviously, you shouldn't do that. I'm gonna run an ad. Actually, I just forgot to run ads this whole time. Wait, hold on. I will be right back. 1 second. I'm back. Sorry, I just answered my door. They were telling the wait staff it's your birthday. What were we talking about? Oh, the coffee maker is nice. Yeah, I'm a fan of the coffee maker. Oh, we're talking about MILFs. Your mom is a total MILF, totally. Is the fantasy here is not that I'm on a date with you. The fantasy is that I'm your mother taking you to like Applebee's or something. Cause that's much worse. Oh, you left us is like that's the reason. I left you, so automatically you think I'm your mother. I feel like you gotta resolve those issues before you come into the chat. What was the Dune reference? I can't remember. TJ Friday smokes Applebee's. Both of those are American, I think, so I don't know them. We don't have Applebee's, do we? If we did, I never went. Let's see how... It's good. Incredibly red salad. I don't think we have chilies now. Gotta be one in Alberta, I'm sure. Alberta is functionally America. Salad has to be green. There is a law, I believe. Has ever been to Applebee's? So it's probably not in Canada. Use the Northern Lions there. That was funny. I was at Northern Lions stream and he talked about being at Queens. I was like, fuck. Did we live the same life? I don't know. What did he say? I can't remember which dorm he was in. I was in Watts. Any Queens heads? I got one of the fancy single plus things, but it just meant that like no one hung out with each other in my floor. Cause everyone fucked off to their. Cause it was extra bougie because you had your own bathroom too. Well, you didn't have your own bathroom. You shared it with another person. Cause I feel like most first year dorms. It's like Queen's University. It's a Canadian. Most first year dorms, it's like you'd share your room with 3 people and then everyone has the same bathroom and it's just hell. It's awful. The cool guys go to Lenny. It's true. It's Lenny, we called it Lenny. I don't know if that was an old nickname too. It was much better than Banry. It was the cool cafeteria to go to. And yeah, they would serve you just like the grossest shit ever. I feel like I ate the salad for the most part. And it was just, like lettuce and balsamic. So I was like, this pizza is like plastic. It's not edible. I'm trying to think of insane drunk stories. Because it really is just a place for like generally more affluent. Although I don't think Queens was like, I mean, all public universities in Canada are like, $15,000 a year, including or 20,000 a year, including dormitory. I think it's something like that. Like it's like, or no, is it less than that? Like it's not like in America where it's an insane amount. It's $1 billion a year. I don't even know I don't think Queens is particularly a more expensive school. But it is like there were, like, where was I going with this? I can't remember. Oh, it is just like UFO set, yeah. Um, it is just a place for like former private school affluent children to go and just like, this isn't a town I identify with, or just let me just burn it to the ground. Like, let's just break things. One crazy thing that happened when I was at Queens is that there was a cave-in at a floor. Like someone's house, there was a party and everyone was jumping and the floor caved in. Like they fell through to the floor below. Not the dorm, like someone was in like it was a house party. So like people were like seriously injured. Because it's just like this, the houses are like really awful old houses that they have slumlords. There was such awful stories for like insane, like my landlord, the one I had, famously sued one of his like tenants during exam season. There's things that like you know, everyone did ritually. Like in Vic Hall, they have it's a really really big thing, and they have those like shitty cardboard walls, and so people would just like punch them. They would run down the halls and just punch all of the things like it was fucking Mario or something. Get stuck in the elevator because of wasted people. That's crazy. That is a nightmare. Oh, one funny story from like during my first year in undergrad is like, I think I was on the third floor of Watts, so it's like one of the nicer new things, which was complete luck. I just happened to get the nicer one. It's a random draw. You know, someone I knew got like a 4-person, so she had to live in a room. She had to live in a room with 3 people she didn't know. But the one that I had really really thin walls, and the doors would slam. I don't know the thin walls, which is also terrible because you could hear someone breathing in the hallway. So there's just no way to have sex. Like when you do have sex, it's just like everyone is like, oh yeah, that's the person who's having sex. Like that happens. You know what I mean? Which is not a part of the story. That was just a fact of life. But under us, like literally, I feel like the first week I had this realization where someone was walking with another person and they were whispering to each other down the hall, and I could hear them, and it's like, oh, okay, there's no privacy here. Okay, cool. Recalibrating the things that I say. No privacy. Okay. But they built it in a way that was like clearly like they were really worried about fires because it was a really big building, and I think there were 2 stairwells, which I guess is good, like 2, but it was like, you know, and there was a fire below me. I think it was on the 2nd floor. No, it was on our floor. I can't remember. I don't think I ever found. Did anyone? I don't know if anyone found out who did it. I think it was in the community microwave. Someone just like did something, and it started to catch on fire, and the sprinklers activated, the automatic sprinkler system, and it was really good. In fact, a little bit too good, because like I think it put out the fire, or maybe they had to get the fire people to come into it, but it flooded, like the entire 3rd and 2nd floors got thoroughly flooded. It was way too effective, the sprinkler system. A bunch of people on the floor below us, like we had to like sleep somewhere else. We had to sleep somewhere else for like a night. I don't even know, what did they even do? Like I just slept at a friend's place. I don't even know what they like. What if you just don't know anyone? You're like, I guess I'll just be homeless for a day. I don't think like I can't remember what they did about that. This was, of course, a Saturday night, so it's like this is happening when you're drunk. A bunch of people's like computers got ruined and stuff, and it's not covered on insurance. I don't think. I think that was a fuck you from the university moment. But they had to like deflood it because of how effective the anti like fire mechanism was. Used to work on sprinklers. It happens all the time. Damn. Do you ever think about toning them down? I guess people die in fires then, so I guess that's a trade-off. Yeah, maybe a bit less sprinkler. And then the electricity situation, it sounds like it's not a good. I love to dorm in the Panopticon. Will break sprinkler out. It was so interesting that there were. I guess this makes sense. I wonder how much this was for weed, because weed, especially then, was not legal. We had a great time cooking. It was good. I think so. Everyone got mad at me because I have dull knives, but it's fine. I can take the criticism. I'm tough. I can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, they had like individual fire detectors, smoke detectors. That's the one. In our rooms. Did you guys ever like? I knew someone who knew someone who loved fucking doing the, like they would actually do it. They would tape the smoke detector and then just like smoke in their dorm room. It's not worth it. There's no way it's possibly worth it. Because you would just go into their like dorm room and it's just exactly like, I feel like I don't have to describe what the image of that is. Of just playing Xbox. There's just like, there's just garbage all over the place. It's so crazy how identical it is to that image. Do you guys know what image I'm talking about? Of the guy who's like talking back, and then there's like the like he's talking to someone behind him, and then there's the table of like used like Sprite McDonald's cups, It's exactly that image. It's crazy how much that image is. Yeah, they had a house on like, what was that main street called? It wasn't Princess. It was the one like, any Queens heads remember? It's the one that goes like north through Queen's University. They had a house on that street for like $300 a month. Like each person was like $300 a month rent. It was the most disgusting, and like the landlord didn't care because like they're paying ridiculous. The quality of life is low. Yeah, it's real bad. People found out how to stay with them. I think they wouldn't let you. I think that they had the ones that you couldn't do that. Like it would alert someone or something. Yeah, $300 a month of rent is crazy. My favorite ice cream flavor? I don't know if I have a favorite, but you know what's a goated one? You know what's a goated combo that I had in my childhood that I have not had for a long time? Is cotton candy bubblegum. Damn, I want some cotton candy bubblegum ice cream now. It's two flavors and they're goated. I wanted college with him dumped 6 inches of sand over his head. Did I guys tell you the story about my roommate who disappeared? My housemate? Not my roommate. It was someone in second year I was living in a house with. It's old. That's classic Live Agar lore. I had a housemate whose name is Janny Beck, because he's from Kyrgyzstan and he grew up there. And he used to he was a science major and he failed his first year because he was like giving up, but he was like, I'm gonna start again. And you could tell like he was cooked. Like he was doing the thing, you know, people do this thing where they're like, Einstein failed math. Like this fucking school shit is fake. In the middle of like, you know, you've uprooted your life to continue doing school. He used to make beats. Like his name was DJ Becco. Maybe you can find him. I don't know. God bless him. I hope he's still making beats in Kyrgyzstan. I want, like, you should support his beats because I think he needs it. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and like I would catch him, like he would always read this like real estate book he got because he was like, school is fucking you, like this is what you have to know. Which it's funny to like get into real estate without having money. It's like, you know, you need the thing for, like you need the science degree, the doctor thing first, and then you can maybe do real estate. Like you need to have money in it. It's really not like it's really not this guy. I don't know. It's entirely possible. No, it's not this guy. This is not him. So I think he's gone. I think he's washed. Which is probably good. I probably shouldn't have said that. No, that's absolutely not him. But yeah, all of a sudden, he like, and I kind of felt bad for him just because he got like the last draw on. We were choosing like rooms, and he got the last draw, and he got the house or the room that was clearly like a part of the living room that they had like put walls up on, that is right beside the entrance to the door. So like we would come home like at like 3 a.m. on a Thursday night or like a Monday, and it's just like, you know, he's clearly woken up because of that, because it's right beside the thing. Or like one of my housemates would forget his keys, and he'd do the 3 a.m. he's just fucking banging at the door for him to come. Like you feel bad. I feel bad that he had to live there. Just no privacy too, right? Because if you're in the kitchen, you can hear just like what he's doing. But honestly, the angle, like, this is like not comfortable. It's too high up. I could try this. No, but that's too close with the feet. I wore socks just in case. I feel so happy I wore socks. Because I was like, who knows? I might need to conceal them, and it worked. You should give me people should give me money. Speaking of, oh yeah, not for free on that one, absolutely not. You should subscribe. If you have a Prime, you should use it on me. If you've enjoyed the stream, you should give me money. I don't wear socks indoors, not usually. It's a sensation thing, I feel like. You should, honestly, the best way of making money is subscribing on here, because if I get enough subscribers on here, it changes from 60-40 to 70-30, the split, which means that Jeff Bezos gets less money, or gets less relative money. So that is probably the best place, medium, especially because I'm streaming a lot more. And if you want to give way more money, you should do tier 2 and 3, because that contributes extra to that like split thing. So instead of gift sub, the higher tier. Oh yeah, the story of my housemate. So I kind of feel bad for him, but one day or one weekend he's gone, and it's like, okay. Sometimes he goes and sees, I think his mom lives in Toronto, like he's like visiting family. Monday or Tuesday comes and he's like not there. He's not back. Everyone's like, Jenny back? Like, is he? And so we like message him, like I text him, and the number like bounces. Alex, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you. The number bounces. It's like, that's not. We look at his like Facebook, and he deactivated his account. I was like, did something happen? Like, we were trying to like find places to contact him. We were thinking about like, do you have to file a missing person report? And he didn't leave. Like, he left everything. It was still there, like all his clothes and shit, except his keyboard. Like his computer and his fucking, because he was making beats. Like those are the 2 things he brought. And then my housemate emailed him as well, of like, we're gonna file a missing person. Like, where the fuck are you? And he replies, such and such name. There's no need to file a missing person report. I had to move back to Kyrgyzstan. He was like, oh. Well, okay. It was nice knowing you then. And that was the last time. I don't know. That was the last time. And it was so funny. Like, that was solidly into the 2nd year. Our landlord felt so bad for us that he was like, you just don't have to pay that part of the rent. Like, it's fine. It's fine. You're fine. Like, you just... Because he disappeared. Like, we were obligated to... He got us back for... Like, when we left the house, we left it in the same condition we got it in. But the girls who moved in after us complained. And so the landlord paid for, like, a big cleaning thing and then billed it to us. I was like, okay. All right. Like, we didn't... It's the same as before. This is the standard. Like, you set. But, okay, it's fine. Whatever. I already cooked food. Average landlord behavior, yeah. I had a roommate first year, college drop after 9 days. That's goated though, right? Because like, at least in terms of like Queens, you just get the room, right? You just don't have a roommate then, which is awesome. Even if you like your roommate, it sucks living in the same room as someone. Like, that sucks. That's not fun, particularly. No, I don't know. I have an MA. I do not have a doctorate. I would probably be on like the path to get a doctorate at the moment, but at least currently, I feel like I enjoy streaming and podcasting more. It's less work. I'm in my 20s. I want to have fun. I don't want to be like insanely burnt out all the time and insanely busy. Maybe that's a 30s thing, is getting my doctorate. Go to the club. Yeah, exactly. I think that's it. No, it's not quite it. You know what I'll do? Booster seat. Oop. I don't know if that works very well. No, it does not. Okay. All right. Yeah, you should give me money. We haven't had that many. The comments, strange comments about my boobs to gift sub ratio is way too low. in my opinion. Undergrad already left too much of a scar on my brain. I would have enjoyed undergrad a lot more if I transitioned before it. But I don't know. I still had a good time. I found undergrad philosophy to just be very easy as well. Like a lot of the stuff I already knew. Or it's something I could just like... This notification is annoying. So I could hang out. Gotta dethrone you? That's true. Truth. There's a couple people who were close. The boob theory of value? Well, it's not holding up at the moment, is it? Invest in a stool. I'll invest in a better cooking stream setup because the current one took me a long time to set up and it's not very good. A high chair fund, yeah. The thing that I should get, honestly, is like a proper DSLR camera. A goddamn name, thank you. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. Number 1 gift sub now, thank you. There we go, we love to see it. Philosophy was a funny major too, cause like it was. I don't know how it works in America, but at least in Queens specifically, to get into certain majors, you needed a certain GPA, and certain majors were harder than others. Psychology was like a 2.3 or something, and then philosophy was like 0.5 GPA. Like you had to not be failing, and like I could do any major I wanted to. But I was like, I guess I want to do philosophy. So, like, in philosophy courses, you had a weird mixture of people who, like, were reading Lacan when they were 17, and then people who are like, I'm trying to get through this, man. Probably. Thank you for the gift sub. I guess that's always the case. Although, no, not necessarily. In, like, really competitive majors, even something like psychology. Probably. Thank you. I don't know. It gave you 2 I'm gay gift sounds, which is crazy. That's the best gift sub sound, and you got 2 of them. I guess humanities in general have that split. I wanted to be a political science major. Beckman, thank you. Thank you for the gift sub. I wanted to be a political science major, and then I like saw everyone in there, like how they are, and I was like, I don't want to be around these people. I don't know. I do wonder what it would be like to like experience university in a context where like, because it's like I think about politics, right? It's like, well, it's the politic thing. Because there are like there is one half of poli-sci which is like international relations. So like Adolf Hitler, right? Like the guy who the currently drafted up China invasion plan is like a poli-sci. Like that's what you do in international relations. You're like, here's how I think that we could violate Chinese sovereignty. Like here's the Canadian plan to, And then there's political theory. I never took an economics class. From what I saw, like I should have taken sociology and economics more because I would have enjoyed them, especially sociology. I would sit in on my friend's sociology class, and then I helped her a lot for the exam. So I was like, yeah, sure. What was I saying? It would have been nice to experience university in a context where there aren't like a lot of people don't go because it's like just because they're like, well, I need to go to get a job and a degree. Because I'm like It was micro, actually? Wait, what? Because the split you have in some of those classes between, like, somebody who's, like, really thinks about a certain thing, and then people are like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. It's, like, an interesting cultural divide. What was I gonna say? There's a hype train, possibly, if you give me more money. I'm glad I didn't take up. You know what I was debating doing was PPE, politics, philosophy, economics. I think I could have qualified. I just needed more economics classes because I did take politics classes, like as a part of my thing, but they were mostly annoying. It was mostly stupid. Like, I remember in one context we were talking about like Rawls. There was like an interpretation of, it's like a second year class, and this is like the grad student, like TA who's teaching the tutorial, talks about like you can't interpret the what is the Rawlsian principle, inequality principle, the one about how you can only inequality is only justified insofar as it benefits the worst off. What is that? What do they refer to that as? But he was like, on this radical interpretation, you know, it could mean like there's very few income inequality, and that would be like communism. Like, what's the difference between that and communism as like a bad, like owned? Which is like, first off, not, Marx has nothing to say about income inequality. He's not an egalitarian, but also like serious political discourse. Rankersoft, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you. Thank you. We love to see it. But it's also like political theory class. You're like, I mean, reductio ad absurdum. Have we considered this as kind of like Marx? Yeah, there's a lot of Marxians in econ departments, which is funny, but not in the political science departments, especially the international relations guys. Yeah, it's real grim. I probably would have enjoyed economics though. If Marxists want to do an IR, they study geography. That's so true. Yeah, a lot of like health department people are Marxists, because it's like, oh yeah, I guess the problem here is that people are poor. Like, I guess if people are poor, this will always be like this will be an issue. There's also social thought and political economy. Oh yeah, I'm sure. That was like that was the leftist one. Is it like a program? Is the amount different because of exchange rate? Well, it exchanges into Canadian. Right now, I believe I get five Canadian dollars or so for a sub. I think that was the math. So there's the cut, but then there's the exchange rate. If it was 70-30, I think it would be like the same because of the Canadian currency, which is great. It's a good product of living in Canada. That everyone else here earns Canadian money. Because your American dollar goes a lot further here, and it's not as if people earn more on average to compensate for that. I remember seeing like a cost of living or like a rent chart, like average rent for states and provinces, and the provinces are generally lower, to which benefiting the northern global south. Yeah, and then it would be bad because if you're an independent contractor, which is what Twitch counts as, outside of America, the IRS takes 30%, but not in Canada because we have a tax treaty. So shout out NAFTA maybe? I don't know if that was NAFTA. Maybe that wasn't NAFTA. So it's zero. There's no tax treaty. There's no tax. None of it's going to the IRS. There's a special relationship. Because the regular subs are $6 now, right? Canada is America. Yeah, they're $6. Because Vancouver rent's pretty expensive. But if everyone earned American, I guess it probably wouldn't be like too crazy. I was debating moving maybe to Montreal or maybe somewhere in America. Brooke, if they give you the front, but Vancouver is a very nice city. You go into all those calculators of like, what do you want most in a city? And Vancouver's like top 5. Montreal is maybe the other one. Move to California. I don't like driving. Like, there's no... Are there walkable cities in California? Like, no, fuck that. Fuck no. As if maybe, but like not that much, right? Like, no, I'm not moving there. Fuck that. Like, Vancouver is pretty walkable. Especially like downtown. I mean, downtown is expensive. Yes, New York City is the most walkable. New York is like one of the only American cities where it's like, why do you have a car? What's the point of this? It's like, oh, I drive outside of New York City. Like, that's the only reason. Montreal is the best transit in Canada? That's probably true. Montreal is the only other one. And that was nice because French, and then also it's way cheaper. Like the rent is fairly cheap in Montreal because of isn't it? I feel like the reason is language laws, right? Like it's a lot of it's difficult for Anglo companies to move and then only operate in English. I don't think they're allowed to do that. So it's like not actually that good for business. So the rent isn't like super, the rent is like pretty cheap. Under communism, all of California we walk. Under communism, everywhere will be a 15-minute city. Seattle is like less walkable. Vancouver is my impression. It's like whiter, less walkable Vancouver. Honestly, one of the cool parts of Vancouver is it's the least white major Canadian city. I guess it's lame to be a white person and say that, because you're contributing that statistic in the other way. But that is like, I feel like that increases the quality of a city. That was a fun fact I learned recently, or like a couple months ago. Vancouver is the only like large Canadian city that is like not majority white. Seattle is kind of walkable if you hardly go anywhere. I was looking, there was a really cool website I found. I don't know if, can I show you guys this? Let me see. And it shows you like what the walkability of a city. Like it's like the 15-minute city thing of like how much time does it take on average to walk. And downtown Vancouver, it's like the highest option of like walkability. Let me find it. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I think I posted about that. Oh yeah, here it is. Just scroll by photos I do not want people to see. Okay. Let me try to do this. Add window. Let me add a window. Video capture device. They added so many new like sources on here. I can't find like. Give me the bread and butter. Where's the window capture? God damn it, Streamlabs. Here we go. Hello. Oh, I'm not. Oh. That's why. Streamlabs does not have access. Oh, it doesn't have the contents till it quits? That's so lame. Okay. Oh, there we go. It worked now. Oh my god. That's so stupid. Okay, never mind. I won't be doing it then. It's this website though. I can link it. You should search it with me. Because I can't. I have to restart the Streamlabs thing to be able to do window capture on this for some reason. Like if you search your city in the top left. Like Vancouver for walkability is like deep lit, which is average accessibility, foot accessibility 0 to 2 minutes. Like let me go San Francisco. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's some random San Francisco greater. It takes a second to load. Just picture, oh yeah, it's not, I mean, there's certain areas. I guess downtown is okay. It's like San Jose and then downtown San Francisco. Although I can't imagine what like downtown SF rent is. I'm sending virtual viruses. Oh, I'm sure Texas. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, most of SF though is pretty bad. Like unless like very strictly downtown, and even then it's kind of like pockets. Vancouver is fairly walkable like throughout. Like there's a walkable like line down to New West, and then like Coquitlam kind of too. Kitts is walkable, yeah. I guess like, yeah, no, Kitts is one too, and then like Mount Pleasant is another. I used to live in Mount Pleasant. It was nice. I linked this. Do you want that? I can't show my screen because I would have to restart my program. I'm sure Montreal is like really good. It's honestly not that good. like where's this bit in the southeast part? Like Verdun is okay. Honestly, I'm surprised at this. Like there are parts of the island, like the that are like pretty. I guess it's okay. Like East Montreal or whatever is like just completely red. That's surprising. Maybe there's a thing of like it was showing Stanley Park, which is like a park as like red. They're just suburbs? Oh, okay. So that's less. That doesn't matter as much, I guess. I guess it's like Stanley Park in Vancouver. I guess, yeah, it's pretty walkable. New York City rent is like crazy though. Like I was looking like downtown, a good like one bedroom is like 3,000 Canadian maybe. Maybe like 2,800. Which is like upper estimate is like 2,100 US dollars. Which shows you like how much better it is to be paid in American. That I'm like, rent is so expensive, but one bedroom is 2,100 a month. Like, what is a one bed in like a nice area of New York? Like a more like what is, yeah, like Manhattan rent. Like that's equivalent Manhattan. I mean, I guess I wouldn't say that Vancouver is equivalent to Manhattan, obviously. That's probably why it's more expensive. Yeah, like 4,000, like double. Like I saw that and I was like, I'm not moving to New York. I'm not moving to New York. I would have a great time living in New York, but that is ridiculous. I'm not paying that much. Vancouver's the only blue dot in North America. It's definitely like one of the more walkable North American cities. Is there a ranking? I mean, I guess the ranking is somewhat arbitrary. Like, it's a hard statistic to like do empirically. Like North American cities by walkability. I'm sure Vancouver's up there. Toronto, yeah, downtown Toronto is gonna be walkable. Oh, I got a. Is it a smart thing? I have like an audio in for like Twitch alerts, but I only have one of them in because I knew it was gonna run out, so I could go swap it with the other AirPod. That is full battery. I'm prepared. Chat. Actually, I'm gonna put this away for leftovers. I'll just do that now. Because I'm still streaming. I wonder what the ranking is. If anyone finds empirical rankings of walkability. Hello, Grugcell. How are you doing? It's very difficult to sit comfortably. You're watching me cook. That is true. I'm cooking metaphorically now. I used to be cooking literally. I'm honestly surprised at how like hard it is to like especially work and travel in between Canada and America. You would think that would be a lot easier. Does it say SF is walkable as well? And then Canada, Vancouver. Okay, cool. SF, New York and Boston. It says this are more walkable than Vancouver. Vancouver is way more walkable than Montreal. I'm surprised about that. I guess that makes sense based on this. Hamilton? Youch. I feel like calling Mississauga walkable is silly. Because, like, you live in Toronto. Like when people who live in Mississauga go elsewhere, they say they're from Toronto. Yeah, the methodology here might be a little weird. I guess with San Francisco, it really is like they're rating the core area. Like Toronto, the rating here is like a lot. It's a much bigger area. So like the walkability is gonna be. The weather is goated. It sounds too hot. Like whenever. Actually, you know what? This is gonna be a geography Livegar fail. Whenever someone's in California, I'm like, they live in the same city. But no. Jake Julian are in LA, not SF, I think. Aren't they? Does anyone know that? Am I doxing them? No, they're public about. I guess it's the same temperature. They live in California town. Because LA is horrendously not walkable. But whenever they tell me how hot it is in the summer, I'm like, that's awful. That's terrible. I'm sorry for you. That's terrible. I couldn't imagine. Like, I convert it. It's a cool 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Wait, no way. It's only 15 to 21? I don't believe you. SF is a cool 60 to 70 all year? I don't believe you. It's You're telling me Vancouver is warmer than San Francisco. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I think you're lying. That's impossible. It gets to like 30, 35 degrees here. Like that's like, let me do the math. It gets to like 85 to 95 Fahrenheit here. SF does sound nice, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I'm sure rent is horrendous. I guess it's got the water, but Vancouver has the water too. Same as New York? Yeah, like you're cooked. It's over. Yeah, you're cooked. If you find friends who have less than 1,000, but like, I'm sure you can find that. Is that a place? Like, it's like SF is great. You just have to live in a cave. There's this cave I found for like a cool 1,500 a month. I guess it's also like, I'm sure you, in general, like some people can find nice places anywhere. Like I doubt, is SF like irregular in terms of rent? You can take BART into the city. That's an awesome acronym. I love that we're going with the acronym, even though the acronym is BART. I think that's beautiful. you can eat pant into the neighborhood. You can skateboard into the neighborhood, like ducking people throwing like newspapers at you and like grinding on the rail. And you can do that into downtown. New Brunswick. I haven't been paying too much attention to it. I saw that poll that showed the Liberals were leading like crazy. And I was like, okay, it's over. How mountainous it is. Well, it's the same with Vancouver, though. Canadian Hillary. Well, yes, I should explain. I should give context for Christy Clark, who used to be the premier of British Columbia and is like, very, like she was in the Liberal Party, but the Liberals were the Conservative Party, and like she worked with like the Harper government. It was so funny. It is functionally the Liberal Party though, and the Liberal Party doesn't exist anymore. But she wants to run for federal Liberal leadership, and apparently she's in Quebec right now learning French, which like you had so long to prepare for this to learn a language, like you're so cooked. Like first off, the leadership race you're not going to win, but even if you do, and you can't speak French, like the Liberal Party base. An important part of that is French. If you're going to the debate and you're like, I did this joke before, but like, je pense que la première issue pour la Canadien est les impôts de gaz. That like no one's gonna vote for you. Like it's not gonna work. You're fucked. So yeah, it's very funny. I'm picturing her somehow making it through the leadership race, and she will be our Canadian Hillary Clinton, where she somehow loses to like an insanely unpopular Pierre Poilievre in 2020. Well, I guess it would happen like now. Like she would lose to Poilievre. Because the obvious example for Canadian Hillary Clinton is Chrystia Freeland. But it's too obvious. Like she's not like annoying enough. And Christy Clark is good because she is conservative. Like she is very firmly conservative. I don't know why she's trying to do this. Because now she's tweeting like attacks against Poilievre. She's like Poilievre is using decisive language. He's trying to use inflammatory language to like divide the people. Divisive, that was the word I was looking for. Which like you are conservative, like yeah. I can't really explain in terms of vibes how funny it is that she's like running to Americans. Like in the same way, like imagine someone who doesn't know American politics, like trying to explain Hillary Clinton to them. Like try to explain how funny it would be for Hillary Clinton to step out and like try to run for something right now. In the same sense, like it's like, I mean, at least Christy Clark won something, I guess. Like she has that on Hill Dog. Can you ask me a very personal question? Maybe. Probably not. I want to be honest. Unsub account asking that. I don't. I'm worried. It's her turn. It's funny. We have had a woman prime minister, but she was not elected. Like she ate shit in her election. Like she was appointed after someone resigned, and then she ate shit. Kim Campbell? It was Campbell, right? Am I crazy? So Canada has never elected a woman. It was Gordon? Why am I confusing her for someone? No, I think I'm right, aren't I? I love the sentence, Canada has never elected a woman. Not a single one. Not a single one. Conservative MPs will get arrested? No, I don't think so. I don't know. I'm actually not sure. It's hard to know how bad that is. It's hard. I mean, it's impossible to know. Um, for those who don't know, like Trudeau went on oath, or like said under oath that some members of the Conservative Party, some parliamentarians, are like working with. Is Jew-S like is that a that feels like a bad word? Is that a normal word to use to refer to a Jewish woman? What do we think? Parliamentarian means it's either a member of the Senate or the Parliament or the House. So okay, it's okay. Yeah, Mexico has a lady leader. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Trudeau accused or said that under oath that there are some conservative like members of parliament or whatever that sketch of Jewish princess. I don't think so. I think S just makes something feminine. Is that from German? Did you guys see that? I posted that, right? That someone said I had like a Jewish Austrian princess nose. I've never heard the phrase like Jewish Austrian as like a type of Jewish person. I think you're thinking of Jewish American princess, yeah. Which that acronym you really don't want to say now because people confuse it for the other one of those. That sounds like the same word. Yeah, it was, which I mean, I guess I don't know. I guess you could see a Jewish person having a nose like this. I think that's not impossible. I think if I told people I was Jewish, they wouldn't be like, "But your nose, I don't. Did you get a rhinoplasty?" Like, I don't think people would say that. Your grandma got called that in a internment camp. Okay, yeah. So not really the thing. So not a sort of similar environment to the anti-capitalist poly-queer field accounts that are calling me Jewish Austrian. It's a very different vibe. I've gotten that a couple times. People assuming I was Jewish, which I think is that's fine. I don't feel bad about that. That's cool. I don't know if that's true, but I don't. You know what I mean? That's cool. Oh, Japanese. Sorry, I see. You were thinking of you were the other one, the the acronym Jewish American Princess, which is also yes, I see. I see what you mean. I got what you were saying there. What were we talking about? I guess this is kind of my fault for bringing the field thing up. Um, anyways, hot dog truck from Vancouver. I don't know what. That sounds like another topic. I don't know. Is there a I've never seen a hot dog. Have I? Hot dog truck. The phrase hot dog truck exists in my mind, but I don't think it's from seeing it in Vancouver. Is that a phrase that's okay to say? I don't know what that is. Does that stand for what I hope it doesn't? Yeah, so Justin Trudeau said that I don't think he named names for the country, but he said that conservatives were like compromised. And the point was to say like Polyev has not gone through the process, like security clearances required to be PM, because he's like chosen not to do it. And it's weird why he hasn't done it. It doesn't really make sense. So Trudeau is kind of saying like look, I think it was a poor choice. I think he was being stupid. It's probably Modi. I mean, it feels like it's Modi. That was the implication. Is it's likely that it's Modi because of all the, especially because of the fact that like the conservatives are being like, who cares? Like, I think Modi is a good guy. I don't think that he would kill a bunch of like Sikh Punjabi people who didn't like him here. Oh, it's a term that British people use for Chinese food places? That's insane. Oh, yeah, what is the... Oh, okay, yeah, I just don't... Maybe we should... Like, the... Yeah, Britain is a real racist place. I was thinking of the other, like... The Scottish thing for Chinese places. Like, no one... Like, it's not a word that should be said, and it's, like, genuinely insane. Like, it's genuinely mind-numbing racism as, like, a casual... Like, you can Google it if you want to. I wouldn't recommend Googling it. Like, it's like it's crazy. It's Scottish people, right? Yeah, it's real bad. And I guess it's Australian, too. Oh, yeah, and then Trudeau also under oath mentioned, like, Peterson and Tucker Carlson doing foreign aid stuff, which I think he might have misspoke on that. I think that might have been a fuck up. Or he was revealing something people didn't know. I think that was a mistake by him to do a lot of this stuff. I think he's fucking up. I think it probably is a mistake to be like, look, there is foreign, but like I'm not gonna say the extent of which, but it's being alleged in this security information that there might be links between conservative members of parliament and foreign governments. I understand what he was getting at, but I think he made a mistake doing that. You've seen a couple Canadian Liberal members, like politicians, start to gear up for a leadership race. So I think he actually might be cooked before the election. I wonder if that happens. He fucked up and he misremembered something and he was being vague. Yeah. Has the premium come out yet? We did for the premium, I guess it's this month. Maybe it isn't out yet. We had Colin Hoback on, which was really cool. Is that the main or it's a premium for next week? Because he had a crypto documentary about like Satoshi. He was going to do Q Into the Storm. It was really fun having him on. I'm honestly more convinced by his argument that I talked to him both on the recording and off the recording about it. Like no, it's not out yet, I don't think. I could see the argument. One of the, like, I was convinced in relation to Satoshi that it was a group of people. But one of the main points that I thought of, or that he brought up that's interesting is, like, the coding itself, like, the white paper is not very well done. Like, it's not very well coded. Like, the idea is really important and it's brilliant, but it's clearly by someone who isn't, like, that experienced. And so the argument that it is just, like, this guy who at the time is 23-year-old, it's a lot more compelling. Because it wouldn't make sense that it was like a lot of the prime suspects are like people who at the time of that white paper being released are like really a bunch of really bugs that get exploited. Um, like the a lot of the prime suspects for that are like at the time people who are like very like competent and like they're not writing code like that. So it's like, wait, you're telling me that like Satoshi like wrote the code off on purpose to throw people off the trail? Like I don't. And if it's a group of really competent people, they're not writing like this. So I was actually quite. I don't know. I think the argument's actually very compelling. Also, you should subscribe if you like the stream. You should give me money. We have lots of cool emotes. Why is it graded like a Netflix? It's really hard to do color grading. Do we like this more? It also got darker out. I was using a lot of like exposure. Oh, is this better? I have to up the exposure because the light. It's dark out now. It's sunset. I was using the light. So last night when I was your streamer. Thanks. Yeah, I haven't streamed in a while. I'm getting into it again. That is Breville. It's goated. It's a good ass espresso machine. I got my girlfriend into like she used to do like drip coffee. And I was like, no, we gotta like. Now she's like insanely into it. She knows how to do like the latte art now. And now she makes me coffee. It's great. We were debating getting like a real expensive one. You know, double income, no kids sort of activities. But this one, I don't know. This is like $600, I think. Or I guess 600 Canadian dollars. And it makes it good. It's good. My understanding, the more expensive ones can be hotter. And like the temperature is really important, but I don't really know how it works. Shake the grounds around? Yeah, you're right. Because I just like tap it on the thing. We also like currently I use Illy. And Illy is really good. We only do decaf. I used to be such an avid like caffeine person. I only do decaf now because I use Vyvanse. Because I would do Vyvanse and coffee, and I would just go insane. Like, I would go insane, like, because of course you do. Because things are boring. But, like, yeah, taking it a lot slower is better. It's much healthier. We'll have low pressure. Breville machines use higher pressure to make up for user error. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we need to get a thing that, like, balances it out or whatever. Because, like, the more expensive ones will, like, grind it for you and then press it down or whatever, and it's, like, even. But we should, grinding your own beans is also one I feel like. But Illy is really good. It's not snobbery. I mean, it is better. It's not a thing of like, ugh, instant coffee. I drank instant coffee, especially in undergrad. Like it's like I want better for myself. I don't give a shit about you. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not snobby. You can drink whatever you want. I want nice coffee. That's the difference. Just joke. I know, me too. I gotta go Diet Pepsi. Because I'm not even doing it for the coffee, like the caffeine anymore. It just tastes good. Drinking instant coffee every day tastes like dog shit. Wake me up, it's not supposed to taste good. What Austrian, you live in an Austrian city, right, Proletaire? Like, surely, like, Austria is, like, known for coffee shops, are they not? I guess it's to wake you up. I guess they're expensive. I don't know, is it expensive? How much is, like, a latte? Or, like, go to a local shop. Vienna? Oh, is it only Vienna? I guess if you're in, like, Linz or something. I might as well finish this. I can't remember where we got this from. It's actually very nice. I don't know. I don't know what brand this is, but it's actually pretty nice. We have like a couple wine bottles that were like given to us. I don't know wine well enough, so it's like you receive it and you're like, thanks, and it's like this could be $100 or it could be $30 or $20. I don't know. It's a very nasty industrial city. Oh, okay. I did get like it rained an insane amount over the weekend and it got like pretty cold. Like it was starting to get colder in Vancouver and we've gotten to the point where it's like cold enough that I turn the heater on. Cuz like I have like those heaters that's like it's the little thermostat thing and then there's like a heater near the floor for each room. And there's something about the smell of like turning a heater on like that for the first time in like a year that just makes me so cozy. It doesn't smell good. It smells kind of weird because it's like probably burning whatever stuff that's like accumulating in there. Dragonfly, thank you for the prime. But it makes me want to just like the dust is burning, but it just makes me want to just curl up and read like a nice book. It's beautiful. Um, Getting real cozy pilled. My girlfriend is addicted to Balatro. Did I tell you all this? She's on a work trip right now. Which is also sad that I couldn't cook for her for this cooking stream. But I added gluten ingredients because of that. She's like, it's like a problem for her. Like she's addicted to it. I didn't realize the extent of the problem until she told me that it was on her phone. Like it's like a web app. Or not a web app. It's like an app on your phone. It's like, that's not good for her. That's really not good for her. What did she tell me recently? Because she's like goated at poker. I told you all she was mad. I'm sorry, Bobby. I love you. I gotta text her because I didn't respond. She was mad at Northern Line because she saw it through Northern Line because I was like, Northern Line is a cool streamer I like. And she was like, he's doing it so stupidly. What update did like at 12:30 today, like in the middle of the day, she's doing this like thing at work. It's like she's doing a lot of work. I'm pretty grumpy because I didn't sleep, but I'm okay. Got a sneaky run in at lunch and won, so my mood is improved. So she's getting in, like, I guess she won, like, can you win at Ballatra? Like, you beat all the things? What was the other thing she told me? There's, like, a bunch of, like, is that, like, I don't know, how hard is it to win at Ballatra? I can't sleep. I did not sleep very well. I'm obsessed with Balatro. Sad face. Um, and she got into the win state. You beat a deck and did an ascension. And like she just started playing it recently. Like that's impressive, right? I'm trying to gauge how good she is at this. Like it's funny with her. Like she plays video games, but she only plays like 3 video games. Like like it's kind of the same. Like I can't do any of those video game knowledge things because like I don't play that many. But she really doesn't play any. It's like yeah, it's literally like 4 video games. So the fact that she's added a fifth is like a really significant thing. We might have to take it off her phone. Like that might have to be I she's away for work for the week, so I can't have this intervention for her. But it might have to be a computer only thing. I'm worried about it cuz I'm going to be so bad. Like I assume the important thing with Balatro is like understanding the odds for drawing stuff and then like understanding poker like hands. Like oh this one is valuable because you might draw this in the river or whatever. Like that's what's important, right? Don't really need to understand poker hands in Balatro. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's a different thing. I see. What was another? I started playing Disco Elysium again. Um, and I will say, I like it not having to read everything. I'm a little bit of a baby. Like I read like 100 pages of the stuff a day. Of just like whatever novel. Um, so it's like too much. That's enough of reading. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to go into other things and read them. It is a very live coded game, yeah. I played like 10 hours of it before. So, the interesting thing about everything that I've found is that the second that you develop discipline on something, you're fine. And in terms of how long your life is, it really does not take that much to develop discipline on something. And then when you do it and you're like, oh, okay, I have to segment, unless like a day is like really crazy, I have to segment an hour or two, or like, yeah, an hour or two for reading. It becomes really easy. But I don't know. It's like brushing your teeth. Actually, I feel like I've flossed my teeth like inconsistently, but I've started doing it a lot more consistently after we watched that Asmongold thing. I saw those fucking veneers. I was like, don't end up, like, I can't end up like that. Like, genuinely, I'm like, I go to bed and I'm like so tired, I don't wanna, and I'm like, do you wanna end up like Asmongold? And it's like, I don't. Must be great not having ADHD. You're preaching. I just told you I was on Vyvanse. Look, I just told you. Some of the most readingest people I know have ADHD. I think you're setting a self-imposed limit for yourself. You're setting a self-imposed limit for yourself. Someone like Does anyone know Young Neocon on Twitter? That guy's reading shit all the time, and he's like the most ADHD. Like he's reading books about like Ottoman grain imports into Palestine from 1910 to 1945. The second I found that in general. The second you set a limit for yourself, you know, you oppose it. Well, it's not. I really struggle. I mean, yeah, it is hard, especially in the contemporary, with how much other stuff is out there. But I don't know. Sounds like a short book. Yeah, I guess that would be a pretty tiny book. The fact that you struggle with it now doesn't mean that if you develop the proper habits, it wouldn't become easy for you or easier. And that could be a product of your circumstance. It could be a product of, like, I don't know, how much you enjoy reading. Could maybe be as well. Have you ever found the thing you enjoy to read? ADHD is another one where it's like a lot of, like a pretty high percentage of people go into remission. Like a pretty high percentage of people go into remission ADHD in like their 30s. There is like a layman attitude about a lot of diagnoses about like my brain is just different and I have to deal with it forever. That are self-fulfilling prophecies. I don't know. I mean, people have their own circumstances, and it's harder if you don't have a good environment and a bunch of other stuff. That's what they find about like borderline personality disorder. Is it's like very like a lot of people go into remission for that, but it's very environment dependent. If you're given an environment where you're able to get better and you want to, it's like But then like some people don't given that and it's up like a lot of the reasons it's not their fault. What will remission mean? It means you don't have symptoms enough. It means you cannot be diagnosed with ADHD, which is like the main idea is like this diagnosis has a significant impact on your life. The fact that you can't pay attention, the fact that you're like bored, as a significant like an impact on your ability to do things that you want to do or to excel. I can't remember the specific group. It's no longer having that, right? Bug ass, thank you. And that doesn't mean that like you have certain mechanisms to be able to function or whatever that other people don't need, or it doesn't mean that you don't have mechanisms that other people don't need, but it means that eventually you do that. Like I guess the same with borderline. I don't know. Where like going into remission, you might have the same impulses or beliefs that you carry throughout your life, but you understand which ones are like, oh, that's an irrational belief and I won't follow that. Like that's functionally remission because it's no longer like significantly impairing your life. It's not about, well, it wouldn't be a thing that just magically happened. It would be a thing you had to work towards. I don't know. It's nice to have discipline about things. My ADHD duties are also my environment and responsibilities have changed now with thought of organization. Yeah, there you go. I feel blessed but also cursed, because I feel like I do have I have a lot of free time and I can work when I want to, but that means that I no longer I was really good at following deadlines in school because I was afraid of the deadline, but then when it's like write whatever you want, stream when you want to, it's like, oh fuck, like I don't have this, the way that I structured doing things doesn't exist anymore. So it's nice and then it's also not nice. But I think it's a good environment for me to work on those things. Okay, I think we might call it. You should join my Discord. It'll ping you when I go live. I'll probably go live maybe tomorrow or the next day. We'll be back with the Wordle stuff. I gotta clean out my kitchen. The leg up on the chair. I sit in a very gay way. It's a real, I like sitting in a, that's a stereotype of bisexuals? We sit funny. Yeah. You should subscribe. If you like the stream, you should subscribe and give me money. If you have an Amazon Prime connected to your Twitch account, then you can get a subscription for free. Twitch. I was gonna say, like, I guess Rogan is live around now, but she's not. Damn. R.I.P. It really is so stupid. Oh, oopsie. I'm AC3. I can raid. Just hanging out. I haven't raided her in a while. Also, again, join the Discord. It'll ping you when I go live. Oh. And I'll see you all later. I hope you enjoyed the cooking stream. Pud Racer, thank you. Oh, hey, Linda. Sorry, we're just about to leave.